also marks as a call to action for accelerating gender parity. This year, International Women's Day is being especially marked to highlight the challenges which everyone is facing. The International Women's Day can be traced back to February 28, 1909, when the Socialist Party of America designated this day in honor of the garment workers' strike in New York. However, the first official celebration of International Women's Day happened in 1911, when women from several European countries, Austria, Denmark, Germany, and Switzerland, participated in demonstrations. More than 1 million women took to the streets to demand for the right to vote and the right to hold public offices. Women also protested employment, sex discrimination, and equal pay. Another important demonstration in Europe dating to March 8, 1917, saw women textile workers in St. Petersburg taking over the streets, which later on grew to become the Russian Revolution. The day has been predominantly celebrated by communist countries and socialist movements until 1967, when the United Nations recognized the day and started celebrating it as the International Women's Day. International Women's Day commemorates on March 8th of every year, is earmarked to celebrate womanhood and recognize her achievements without regard to divisions, national, ethnic, linguistic, cultural, economic, or political. It is a day to acknowledge and make people aware of women's rights and gender equality, parity, and call to action for accelerating women's equality. Every year on this day, people across the world celebrate the achievements of women and they take inspiration from them. Ideally, the honor of women should be celebrated every day, but International Women's Day makes it a little more special. With the changing times, women have proved that nothing is impossible and they are the change they want to see in the world. From being vocal about the issues to breaking the stereotypes, women have proved that the strong will to achieve things can make even the hardest thing easy for them. Media Conference with Lal Goel wishes you all a very happy International Women's Day. Now, coming to our main topic, International Women's Day, I would like to inform all our viewers that today we have pan-India, those women who are achievers and those who are celebrating International Women's Day and those who are ideal for others. So I would like to invite my first panelist guest, and she is Dr. Daljeet Kaur. Dr. Daljeet Kaur is the Mrs. Universe Popular 2016. She is an actress. She is the CEO of IVA India Pageants. She is the President NGO IVA. She is also the Vice Chairman National Human Rights Commission India. Welcome, Dr. Daljeet Kaur, on our show. Dr. Daljeet Kaur, today the entire world is celebrating International Women's Day, and it's a very, very special day. And you being so popular and you have won the Mrs. Universe Popular 2016 award, plus you are also doing lots of charitable and social work. So you yourself is an ideal for many, many, not only for women, but men also. We would like to know your views on this International Women's Day. Dr. Daljeet Kaur, please.
Good morning, Mr. Lal, and all the guests present here. First of all, a very, very happy Women's Day to all of you. And starting my first day with Mr. Lal, wishing all the women. And so, I'm very proud to be a woman, because what I feel, what really a woman can do, a man cannot do. Because she's a multitasking, she can handle her home, she can handle her children, she can handle her kitchen, she can handle the outside work as well. But suppose if we ask a man to handle, he gets so frustrated and he gets so panic what to do next. So first of all is women are strong, women are powerful, women have a multi-dimension eyes, to see the world. Only thing is, yes, today they have been started getting recognition in the world. But I feel people talk about women empowerment, but I feel that women are already empowered, The day she gives a birth to a child and she's empowered. Not only now, you can see in the early days, like during the reigns of the kings and queens, that time also they were empowered, you know. Some of the kings used to take advice from their queens to rule their states, you know, and they were part of even politicals at that time. So what I feel, women's, at least we have got one day in the calendar which is being marked as Women International Day. So today, Mr. Lal has done a good job and inviting us for this beautiful panel to celebrate Women's International Day. And what I feel, Mr. Lal, yes, I'm very proud to be a woman, and woman has to be proud of her ability. She has only got the right to give life to another life on this earth.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Daljeet Kaur, for giving your views. Although she said, and she says that the women is giving life to the another life on this earth, and she says now the time has changed and so much awareness. But my question, because I think you have to attend a program for the Women's Day, as you mentioned, so that's why I'm asking you question right now, so that before you leave, one side, you all are very much empowered, and you say we are now most modern and we are empowered like in other countries. But in India, I'm talking of India, the empowerment is only on papers, only on talks, not really. I will tell you, give the example, being the chairman of Organ Donation India Foundation. In 2019, one RTI application was made, and this is the reply by the government. Only 19% recipients of the organs are women in India. 19% organs were received by women, and the 84% donors are women. Where is equality? Where are we? We are in 2022. We celebrate every year. Last year also I celebrated on media conference with Lal Goel, but the change, there is no change at all. No brother wants to donate their organ to the sister. No son wants to donate the organ to mother, and no husband wants to give the organ, donate the kidney or any other living organ when he or is living, to his wife. Then where is the equality? Where is the awareness? Where is the empowerment? Dr. Daljeet Kaur, I know that you are very successful. I know that you are a role model, but see the real conditions. I am talking of the reality today. I am not saying that, okay, it's a gaga, we have to celebrate. We are celebrating, it's a one day, then tomorrow we will again start abusing and exploiting the women. What you say about this, Dr. Daljeet Kaur, and what changes you think should be come in our country, so that, and I will tell you, in other countries, whether UK or any country, USA, etc., it's almost the ratio is same. There is no difference. Sometimes 48% women are donating, sometimes 52% women are donating, like that. But in India, this is the condition. What you say about this, Dr. Daljeet Kaur?
Yeah, that is one thing very right, Mr. Lal. What you have told is women are fighting for their own rights by themselves. There are many awards and all this being organized on the name of empowerment, but the real empowerment, you can say that not empowerment, the real recognition is still lacking. Because if she wants to do something in life, she has to struggle a lot and she has to fight for her own wings, that I have to do this. Because still now in our society in India, the women are not taken as an independent woman. She is still taken as a person who has to obey the rules of the people around her, maybe her husband, maybe her father, maybe her son. But it's only 20% of the families in India, they are taking the advice to improve the condition of their family. See, this is, we cannot change it overnight, Mr. Lal. That very nice thing which you told, that when the donation comes of organ, the women will donate for her son, she will donate for her husband. But when it comes for a woman, a husband will also move back. He's saying that why she needs, like, there I've seen many cases like this. When a woman is accepting that my husband will donate something for me, and it's very few people they understand that I have to sacrifice my life, or because she's my life partner, so we have to live our life as equally, and this comes individually. We cannot change the mindset of people. But yes, through the awareness programs and through education, that is the most important thing. It's only and only education. People that when during the childhood, they should be taught that men and women are same. But Mr. Lal, I'll say one thing, that yes, there are not 20%, there are still 30% who have changed a lot by giving recognition to their wives. Because since I'm running an NGO and I'm doing lots of work for women empowerment, so sometimes I see a husband is talking on behalf of a woman that she's my wife. I want her to come in front. I want to give her a platform. So please do not tell her, give her a surprise. And he is a person who's writing blogs for her. He's the person sending her pictures from different places. So I was feeling very proud that it's very nice when a husband takes initiative to give a platform to her own wife. So that is how this is, every man has to take it on his head, on his heart, that she is my life partner. She will not cross me. So that is one thing that which I feel that it has changed. I do not know about much about organ donation.
Okay, Dr. Daljeet Kaur, although you have tried to defend indefensive, I will tell you one thing, why the husband should bring the wife in front. It should be reversed. Why the wife cannot bring the husbands in front? It's a husband is using the wife by bringing them, okay, she will be in the front. Husband, why it's not, we all are equal. And in India, the population is now equal. We should not try to exploit the women. No husband would like to, many, I will say not no, but majority of husband or majority of a male does never wanted to give any thing where the woman is going to be empowered, really empowered. They will just a lip service, which we are doing for so many years. And you say the time, how many more years? 2022, we are there. Independence Day, we are going to celebrate 75 years of independence, and still we are far backward than other countries. Anyway, thank you very much. I would not like to spoil your International Women's Day, celebrate International Women's Day, but please keep it in mind that we should not only celebrate it, but we should also see to it that in our life also, we must make such types of changes that really people will start giving that respect which you all deserve. No need to say anything. You are the creator. There, if God has created someone to represent, that is only the women, no one else. Thank you very much, Dr. Daljeet Kaur. And thank you for giving your time, because I know that you have a commitments for other places. So thank you.
Thank you very much. And all the women's out there, happy India Women's Day. And I will definitely watch your speech on the YouTube, because I'll be really missing you people talking on the same subject, because Dr. Lal asks such difficult questions. Sometimes, even we feel, oh my God, what we're saying, are we saying correct? But that is one thing, he motivates us and he makes us improve ourselves and the conditions on which we are working. So thank you very much, Dr. Lal. See you all. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kaur. Thank you very much. Now I would like to invite my next panelist guest, and she is Miss Arjita Garg. Miss Arjita Garg is the Mrs. India Earth 2017-18. She is the honorary member, India International Fashion Federation, IIFF. She is the CEO of AGG FinCorp Group. She won Global Ambassador Award. She won Best Body Beautiful Award. She won Best Dress Award. She was Miss London Brit in 2005. She was judge of many prestigious shows and pageants. She is a renowned pageant coach. She is a fashion stylist by profession. She worked with international brand of UK and Australia. Welcome, Miss Arjita Garg, on our show. Miss Arjita Garg, you, again, I will say role model. You are representing so many brands also, plus being a CEO of a pageant company, as well as you are representing so many awards ceremonies, plus being a role model. You have seen, and not only India, but abroad also. So we would like to know your views on International Women's Day. Miss Arjita Garg, please.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lal, and happy Women's Day to all the beautiful women out here. Actually, we are celebrating, it's not a Women's Day, it's a global day. I just celebrate it as a global day. And the theme of this year, 2022, it's, break the bias. The name says it all, break the bias. So it's not like that we want to break any kind of stereotype. It is just we have already broken it. everything is, going smooth these days. Even in the lockdown, I mean, previous from past 2 3 years, I have seen a lot of changes between, the men at home. The males are working like equally, the way females are working, and the females are doing their, work from home. So even the males are taking care of the household chores and everything. So yes, I can say that yes, we are celebrating a Women Day, and it should not like we are celebrating just for a day. We should celebrate it each and every day. Yes, we are the creator, as we give birth to a child. So of course we are a creator, and then we are celebrating it on the social platforms, economic platforms, and a lot of platforms. And it's like culture, and we should celebrate that it as a political achievement, cultural achievement. And I just really love to enjoy this day, and I should feel that we should yes, of course we should educate our girls, but yes, however, we have to educate our boys as well, our son at home, our people, and our boys, everyone, males at home, that yes, please respect women. And it's not about that we have to take a stand for ourselves, but yes, we should ask each and everyone, if a single lady has changed, if I can change myself, and yes, I have a confidence of like I'm confident enough, to take the world in a different direction, then yes, if even a single lady can change the world, I believe that each and everyone can change the world. I feel so.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Arjita Garg, for giving your views. And Ms. Arjita Garg says that we can change the world, and women are changing the world. They are the creator. And she has made a very important point. She says that we should not only empower the girl's child, but we should also teach proper things to the boys. And that is very, very important. And I did one media conference recently on boys, and people were surprised that because mainly the topics are on the women, but I have done it on boys also. And the thing is, we because I am going to ask the question, not now, in the next round, where I will definitely take up this matter with you about the boy and the daughter. Thank you very much, Ms. Arjita Garg, for giving your views. Now, I would like to invite my next panelist guest, and she is Advocate Anita Mahapatra. Advocate Anita Mahapatra is an eminent lawyer and a partner in Attorney Alliance law firm based out in Delhi, having more than 24 years of working in various industries and fields, out of which 12 years in the legal field. Being a daughter of an army officer, she had an opportunity to her schooling in various states of India. She was active NCC cadet and marched on Rajpath in the year 1992. She was awarded silver medal in NCC. At present, she is helping most needy women who are the victims at the hands of domestic violence, sexual harassment, rape, molestation, dowry, and property issues by providing free legal services. Apart from her profession, she is active marathon runner, a fitness freak, a passionate dancer, and a theater personality. Welcome, Advocate Anita Mahapatra, on our show. Advocate Anita Mahapatra, you have heard Dr. Daljeet Kaur as well as Ms. Anita Garg, and they have given their views. Now, you being someone who is a very fitness freak, marathon runner, I know that on Sunday, every Sunday, because whenever I want your to be present and my show, you say Sunday try to avoid, because Sunday you are always running here and there on that day, as well as you are quite passionate dancer and theater personality. We would like to know your views. And one more thing in which you are leading is that you are helping those needy and poor women free of charge, legal aids which you are giving with those who have suffered with domestic violence, rape, etc. This is a very, very noble cause which you are doing. But we are in 2022. I would like to know from you, we would like to know from you on your views on International Women's Day. Advocate Anita Mahapatra, please.
Happy Women's Day to all the panelists, and happy Women's Day to all the viewers, those who are watching today. And thank you, Mr. Lal Goel, for giving me opportunity to speak on this vital subject, that is International Women's Day. And I must congratulate you, and I would like to thank you for your thought and your views and opinion about women. I just got to know you have a very large heart for women, which rarely men have. Men just get a chance to criticize women, and I just got to know your thoughts and your opinion about women. Hats off to you. So before speaking about my thought and my opinion about this day, International Women's Day, I would like to start with some basic thing, how it started, this day, how it started. However, you have already mentioned that in your talk. I just wanted to say that this day, particularly on why this March 8th, it's a global day for celebrating social, economic, cultural, political achievements of women. And this day also marks a call to action for accelerating gender parity. This international celebration rose out of women's rights movements in the US, Russia, and other European countries, where they demanded civil, social, political, and religious rights for women. And in 1909, the Socialist Party of America inaugurated the first National Women's Day on Feb 28 in the United States. Yeah, I got to know that activist Clara Zetkin proposed holding an international conference of working women in Copenhagen in 1910, and with about 100 women from 17 countries, different countries, present at the meeting, and the decision to make the Women's Day celebration international was passed. So International Women's Day was first observed in Austria, Denmark, Germany, and Switzerland in the year 1911. And this day, that is March 8, was chosen for the celebration as it marks the day when women in Soviet Russia started protests for the right to vote, which they were granted in 1917. So earlier it was, declared as a public holiday on the same day. And before that, it was only celebrated by socialist activists and communist countries. So, however, the larger feminist movement adopted in 1967. The celebration gained legitimacy when the United Nations began commemorating International Women's Day in 1975. And 2 years later, the UN General Assembly officially formalized it as International Women's Day. And in South Africa, August is the Women's Month. Each year, August 9th is celebrated as Women's Day. Women's Day celebrates the strength and resilience of women and their contribution to society and country. Every year, world come up with a theme to celebrate International Women's Day. Like this year in 2022, theme of International Women's Day is gender equality, today for a sustainable tomorrow. Well, when did it come to India? There is no record as such. I mean, when India started celebrating, there is no record. What India do on this day? Who takes the charge of celebrating this event? If I recollect, I don't remember it was celebrated in my young days in India. In 1971, I was born. 1996, I finished completing my LLB. Till then, I don't remember we were celebrating Women's Day. Well, I agree this day is unlike Father's Day, Daughter's Day, Son's Day, blah, blah, blah. These later festivals are majorly for commercialized purposes. But yes, I can see Women's Day in our history. And well, this is not out of the place to say International Women's Day has also become commercial now. It comes with special offers and clothes, jewelry, perfumes, spas that made it all about consumerism rather than an acknowledgement that overall women are not treated as equal of men and that we need to do better. All day on March 8, I see the women on my social media expressing their wariness with this tokenism and yes, opportunism on the parts of marketers and advertisers who think that IWD is a perfect time to flog all manner of feminine things to women. So not only that, even various events are being organized like Run for Women on Women's Day, dance competitions, stage plays, etc., etc. And people participate in large numbers. Even I participated. I ran on 5th and 6th on occasion of this event, Women's Day. But is that true sense of celebrating or observing this day? Are we empowering women by celebrating like this? Why not let it be a day in which we take special pains to point out how much we fall short on this count and what must be done? From the perspective of companies, it might be useful for them to report publicly on how much equality they have within the organization that are behind them. There are many questions they can answer, like questions that they can include: what percentage of their workforce do women constitute? How many of their senior leadership are women? Bonus points for women CEOs. Are women paid the same as men for doing the same job? What is the policy on maternity leave? Do they also have equal amounts of paternity leave, which they insist men take, so that they also take equal responsibility for parenthood? Do they have a room for nursing mothers? Do they have children's child care facilities? Have they stopped making things for women that are default colored pink? Could garment sellers make women's clothes with pockets? Not all women want to carry handbags because they are either no pockets or tiny ones on their clothes. Do they market to women in the same way they market to men? Do they target both genders, like sell pressure cookers to men and cars to women? Do their ads show women and men doing the same thing without tired gendered stereotypes? So what percentage of their CSR budget go to women's rights issues? If they have a good record on this, they get to brag, otherwise they shut up. Over time, we will see more and more companies doing this until it becomes common and popular and perhaps even boring. Then we might find that mindless commercialism of International Women's Day has given way to something more meaningful, perhaps even transformative, as it was meant to be. Now, when you tell a man, let's discuss what's the purpose of celebrating Women's Day. Why it's being celebrated for ages and still purpose is not solved. Why women has not yet given equal rights and equal opportunities as men, even in 21st century. Why women still have to fight for equality in every aspect of life. Without gender equality, a sustainable future remains out of reach. Well, men ask, why do we celebrate Women's Day? Now see, International Men's Day, which falls on November 19th, has received very little attention because men are themselves living in a denial mode. They think that their prime duty is to protect their mothers and sisters from other men. So they say women are already empowered. They are mentally stronger than men. They are multitasker. They give birth to child. So why do you want Women's Day? Apart from that, women get much. They say women get much more than men from the society. They say women have reservation in some seats at the time of admission in colleges, schools, at the time of recruitments in government organization. Entire bogie is reserved in metro train for women. Seats in buses are reserved for women. So why Women's Day? So to this, I would say do they face domestic violence? Do they face sexual harassment? Can we have rape case for men? If yes, then let's stop observing this day. If you really want women to stop observing Women's Day, then please stop checking warmth of a woman if it's a boy or a girl. Stop female poeticides. Stop saying your daughter, what will you do going to school, learn kitchen work? That is what you are going to do in your sasural. Stop asking for dowry. Stop rape. Stop molestation. Stop domestic violence. Stop sexual harassment. Can you give equal remuneration, equal increment, promotion to a woman as you give it to a man having same intellectual levels? If yes, trust me, women will stop celebrating Women's Day. Women don't want to be superior than men. Believe me, what they seek is equality. Thank you.
Thank you, Advocate Anita Mahapatra, for giving very strong views. I can understand the agony and pain, but this is why our program is. We want to take out, we do not want a superficial talk, the cosmetical talk, just to say that we are celebrating. We should know the reality, and that's what Advocate Anita Mahapatra raised up issues. She says, where is the equality? What is the status of women in India? Although she says it's a commercialized celebrations which the companies are exploiting, that's fine. But at least one day is there. And she says if the domestic violence will stop, the rape will stop in India, and everything will be as equal as the men, then no need of celebrating Women's Day. But we have to celebrate to remind. But the thing is, how much time we have to remind, how many years we have to remind, and how many decades or centuries we have to remind everyone that the Women's Day is special. And not the women's are special, but nobody is going to listen to it so easily. But thank you very much, Advocate Anita Mahapatra. After all, what you are doing, if everybody will start doing, the day will come when there will be a change, and change has to come. Not now. When? Let's see. Thank you very much. Now I would like to invite my next panelist guest, and she is Dr. Priya Darshani. Dr. Priya Darshani is Mrs. World Supermodel 2019. Dr. Priya Darshani was crowned as Mrs. World Supermodel 2019 in a prestigious beauty pageant organized in Bangkok, Thailand. Dr. Priya Darshani was also awarded with the subtitle Miss Goodness Ambassador. She is professionally a doctor running a diagnostic center, Harsha Modern Diagnostics. She is the director of Modern Medical Center and also the founder of Soul Beat Wellness, a wellness center. She is marketing the natural body products like natural face packs, hair oil, shampoos, soaps, hair conditioners, face bars, etc. She was honored with India Healthcare Award in 2018 at Delhi. She was awarded with Young Business Entrepreneur Award. She is also awarded with Sadhana Achiever Award recently. She is working for women empowerment and women health. More than 500 free health camps and health talks were organized by her in and around Mangalore. She was the president of the First Lady Lion Club Kaveri of District 317D in the year 2016-17. Welcome, Dr. Priya Darshani, on our show. First of all, I must give thanks to you that in spite that you are so busy and your husband is leaving on ship today, but you have joined to give your views. Dr. Priya Darshani, you have heard Dr. Daljeet Kaur, you have heard Miss Aljita Garg, you have heard Advocate Anita Mahapatra, and they all have given their views, somewhat good views, somewhat very, you can say, provoking views, where they want to showcase the reality to the public, not just showing that we are just celebrating for the sake of celebrating. Now, you being a world supermodel, people follow you, and we have seen that how, at least in Mangalore, I am following your news every day that you are cutting the ribbons, you are inaugurating, you are addressing so many colleges, teachers, students, and so many things. So basically, you are a role model. We would like to know from you, because, and you are also working for women empowerment and women health. In so many years now you are working and doing your work. We would like to know about the International Women's Day. Dr. Priya Darshani, please.
Good morning, sir, and happy Women's Day to all the lovely ladies here. So Women's Day is a very trendy day which has been celebrated nowadays, as the guests who have spoken just before. It's become a fancy thing, just Women's Day, and just having lot many, advertisements and concessions for the ladies. Yeah, that's one of the fact. But actually, Women's Day is something where we are every day we are celebrating. We women celebrate Women's Day every day, and ek din to banta hai to feel it. So that is happening. It's March 8th is considered as International Women's Day. We are empowered when we are inside our mother's womb. As Daljeet ma'am has said, we are already empowered before we come out of mother's womb. Why? Because that 9 months nourishes us, teaches us what the mother goes in her everyday aspect. So we need not have to be empowered the moment we come out to this world. The question here is, we already empowered, we have been given few barriers, limitations, where we have bounded for not to do so many things. Then the question arises whether are we really suffering, or are we enjoying our womanhood? In Indian culture, women, Lakshmi, goddess Lakshmi is considered as goddess of wealth, Saraswati as goddess of wisdom, Durga as goddess of strength, Mother Mary as the mother of a creator. The whole world is celebrating women, and we've been respected. The real respect is given to common women. Is it happening or not? That is a question. The social issues what are hindering the women empowerment or the women to come out easily is, the first one is gender equality. Since from long, I remember when I was a child, I heard about gender equality at that time only, when it's of 35 years back. I was thinking in my mind, what is this gender equality? Whether now if I recall that, and now after 35 years, what gender difference has come? even though opportunities are given to the women, there is somewhere there to pull our legs. We're not allowed to go and get it done. There are few leaders with so much of fight, they come to one stage to get, to that status, or that position. So gender equality is not up to the point. I must say not even 20%. It is not happening. Even though the chances are given, somewhere we have been restricted. The second thing is domestic violence. Yeah, definitely compared to so many years, it's a very good education is given to a girl child. But still the domestic violence is existing. Inside four walls, woman is suffering a lot. Who is going to make it proper? Who is going to work for it? It's the individual woman. She has to think that I have to fight behind this or fight against this, not only for her, to others also. Then the third thing is economic independence. Even though education is given, a girl child is able to work for some institutions or some firms, she's been restricted, saying that I don't think this is your cup of tea. You can do it. You have limitations. So these are the things which inhibits or it weakens the strength of a woman. So these are again we have to work on this to make her feel that yes, you can do it. You can just go. You can fly. You can see you realize your dreams. We have to work on economic independence of a woman to make her independent. Third one is women education. Okay, definitely in the cities, a very good education has been given. What about the rural area? Whether a girl child has been given proper education so that she can stand on her feet, can be independent as a, financially. Again, we have to work on this. The fifth one is decision making. Maybe a woman is having a very good post in a company or in some association, whether her decision has been given importance. We have few leaders who've been leading some countries, Bangladesh or New Zealand. We have great leaders, women leaders. They are doing so well so that the whole country they are in, handling. There is Kiran Majumdar who is taking care of Biocon. We have so many ladies who are leading big companies. Why the opportunity is not given? Why the importance is not given on their decisions? So these are the important aspects we have to work. So in future, we have to work for not to bring the leaders as women, and we should not be categorized as women leaders, man leaders. We should be considered as the leaders. We don't want any female leaders or male leaders. We want to be one of the leaders of this nation and see the difference in this world. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Priya Darshani, for giving your views. And Dr. Priya Darshani has again raised the same thing. She says that so much domestic violence and rapes are there. Why the leadership is not being given to, and she has quoted, she has given the quotes of that there are leaders like in New Zealand and the Bangladesh, the prime ministers of those countries, and really they were very successful. And especially the New Zealand, we have seen during the COVID time how successfully they have handled the COVID situation. But she says that the women are empowered not only afterwards, but during the pregnancy of the mother, that from the womb she learned the suffering of a woman, and that's why the woman is always empowered. But she says that gender imparity is there in country, which has to be removed until unless will not. That to celebrate International Women's Day is just a tokenism in one way. Thank you very much, Dr. Priya Darshani. I'm sure you will be there, or shall I ask the question to you now, or you will be there in the program?
It is, sir, if you can ask me now.
Okay, I will ask the question. I know that you have to go and see off your husband. Okay, see, you have mentioned about the leadership. I will take now on this only. Do you know in India the population is of women are almost equal, but total we have 543 Lok Sabha MPs, only 78 MPs are women. That is only 14.36%. And you are talking of New Zealand and Bangladesh. They are ahead of us. And in Rajya Sabha, which has nothing to do with winnability. You should be a Bahubali, a Dabang, or someone with muscle power or money power. The Rajya Sabha is a cozy house where all those MPs to which they can select and elect, but there only 25 MPs out of 245 are women. That is only 10.20%. Now I am asking you, one side you say all women are empowered. I can say you are not empowered. If you are empowered, if you vote yourself to the women candidate, why the women will not come to Lok Sabha? Why you require a reservation? You are 50%, but you would not like to vote to a woman. You will like to vote to a man because you are affiliated to a party, whichever party, you are not bothered that that party has all lots of criminals. I am talking of all the parties in general, those who are ruling our countries or those who ruled the country earlier and those who are going to rule in future also. So many criminals are there, rapists are there. There was a statement given by Singapore Prime Minister recently in the parliament that 50% MPs in Indian parliament are criminals having charges of rape and domestic violence and murders. Still, women are voting for them. So why blame the men? It's you. You are responsible, not we. What you say about this, Dr. Priya Darshani?
This is the fact, sir. What you have said is, it's really, usually we don't think about all these things, but you have really taken up a very, very good topic. It is very much concerned part of, women empowerment. And definitely there must be some pressure for her not to vote to the women individual candidate. That is one thing. Maybe it's more of in rural area education. They don't know where to select, what to do. They themselves don't know women has to be given importance. They just live their life. They don't have any aim. They just get they get married. They have to take care of the children. They have limitations. You have to listen to us. At home you have to be inside the house. You don't have to go out. You can't be just like dominating person at home. So many restrictions are there in rural area, where we need to give awareness to this particular sector, so that there should be some changes in them, so that they can individually think what is wrong, what is right. It is the education system. Again, we have to educate the girl child. If you educate a girl child, I think somewhere in the rural area their changes can happen, but not in the city as such. If I get a chance of giving a vote, definitely I prefer to give that lady or a woman. I'm very sure that she can do the difference. But that awareness is very much important.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Priyadarshini. Although I will disagree about the rural and city thing, because one figure I will just tell you: the worst sex ratio in India is in Delhi, and in Delhi is the Greater Kailash is the worst sex ratio. They are most educated and very well-to-do. Greater Kailash in Delhi, you can search, you will find. When this is the condition, why blame rural people? Rural women are more empowered than the city. Here, when we have education, we have money, we try to dictate our terms on women more. I am talking we means the city people or the metro people and the educated and well-to-do families people. Thank you very much. I'm sure the advocate Anita will vouch when I will come to her in the next this question to her also. Thank you very much, Dr. Priyadarshini, for giving your time, and a happy International Women's Day once again to you. Thank you very much. Now I would like to invite my next panelist guest, and she is Rotarian Ritika Gupta. Rotarian Ritika Gupta is the CEO of Ma Saraswati Hospital, Mathura. She is a Bachelor in Engineering IT from Pune University and an MBA Finance from ICFAI University, Hyderabad. She worked with HDFC Bank in the credit department. She is working closely with her family educational ventures of Gyan Mahavidyalaya and chain of industrial training institutes, ITIs. She is keenly interested in fitness and wellness. She is a firm believer of a sustainable lifestyle with fitness for mind and body. She pursues meditation for calmness of the mind and yoga for the fitness of the body. She recently pursued a professional course in face yoga and have started taking coaching for the same. Welcome Rotarian Ritika Gupta on our show. Rotarian Ritika Gupta, you have heard all our earlier panelists. Now we would like to know your views, because you believe that pursuing meditation for calmness of the mind and yoga for the fitness of the body. So we would like to know your views on International Women's Day. Rotarian Ritika Gupta, please.
Thank you, Mr. Goel, for the introduction, and wishing all the women here a very happy International Women's Day. So I'm going to start out with what my earliest memories of Women's Day are. So, the first time that I in my conscience, I remember having heard about Women's Day was back in college, when we used to get amazing offers on Women's Day, and, movies were at 50% off for women all day, and, amazing vouchers for, any kind of services that we were looking out for. But over the years growing, when my, memory of that has actually deepened over time, because it is, rather than the freebies and the offers, there's so much more to it, celebrating the International Women's Day, because women, so basically I'm talking about the developing countries, much like India. So any kind of disparity between boys and girls is a very prevalent thing that exists in developing nations. And this is not because of uh, people choosing to do that, but at times it is also driven by the opportunities that people feel they have with the limited amount of money they have. So if a household has certain level of income, they would prefer to educate their male child rather than the female child, considering that they have to just consider marrying of their girl child, and then they wouldn't have anything to worry about, because the girl would have gone into a household where she'll be taken care of by her husband or her family. So it is primarily an Indian mindset that we have to work on, and International Women's Day is just one such day to enforce and talk about all these issues that women face in a developing nation. We may talk about so many developed nations all over the world, but nothing like a disparity between men and women exists there. So women are given equal opportunities in roles where intellect matters. I'm not talking about the roles where strength is at play, because man is the most is the gender with more strength. That is something we cannot challenge. But when it comes to intellect or the brains, then women should be given an equal right. And however much we say that uh, there are women in all the parts of the all sectors of work in the country, but still there is a very, very big disparity. And it is, I mean, sitting in 2022, when I'm talking about women, I'm very happy to say that we are there in almost all the sectors of the country. However, the ratio of women is still very small, and that is because the employers consider women as more of a liability, considering that if a woman is, first of all, they would consider twice before hiring a girl who's not married. Why? Because definitely the girl will get married soon and she'll move off to another household or maybe another city. Then all the money that I incur on training a female employee will just go down the drain, when they have more security in terms of a man who will not quit his job once he takes it up. The second time when women go through this is when they bear a child, and that is when maternity leaves. And though the government of India provides a maternity leave of say 6 months for 2 children in India, but still the employers have a lot of reservations while hiring a female. So this is primarily the conditioning of the Indian mindset. It is not just the conditioning of men, it is also the conditioning of women, because they themselves are not empowered enough to think that they are not a liability but an asset. So, and what we're talking about is just a right. So say for example, if I'm talking about a maternity leave, then it's a right of a woman. While advocate Anita also talked about how paternity leave is also important, and how men should also be given a paternity leave so that they have equal hand in parenthood. But a woman definitely needs more, considering she's given birth and there's a big span that is required to recover from a surgery. It's a major surgery, or you have to do a hands-on, and one of the parent has to step down. It generally is the woman, because she's the one who's more attached to a child. But what I would like to say here is, it is the conditioning of a Indian household that needs to be changed, not just the man, not just the woman. A woman has to understand that if she's asking for something, it is not a favor that she's asking for, it is a basic right that she deserves. It is just different. Men need different rights, and so do women. So what a woman is asking for is not a favor, it is a right that she deserves. And for that, I believe that equality and changing the mindset begins at home. So if you have a family wherein your parents are giving you equal opportunities, and not just considering your brothers as a upper hand to get the say, I'm not talking about education, because luckily everyone who's sitting here comes from a household wherein we were given the education that we was our right. But there is a little favor that generally parents have towards the boy child, in terms of even waking up late. So I'm talking about even that little mindset that needs to change. Then equal opportunity should be given to both men and women. And when you uplift a woman, when you give an education to a woman, when you give her a right, you uplift an entire household, an entire society, an entire civilization. And at times that just does not happen with a man. So which is why empowering women is a very, very crucial thing to do. And celebrating it on International Day, wherein we raise the various issues that women in our country face, should actually be focused upon, and we should focus upon changing the mindset of the people of our country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rotarian Ritika Gupta, for giving your views. And Rotarian Ritika Gupta also raised the issues which are prevailing nowadays. And she says the education is fine, but still the favor is shown. And we have seen during the COVID time, the maximum dropouts during the COVID are girl child. That is the maximum casualty which we have seen in crores and crores all over India. So this is the unfortunate part, because the people feel that the girls has to go to marriage and this thing. So, but anyway, this is the reality, but we are celebrating Indian Women's Day. Today, I would like to now invite my next panelist guest. I can see now she is joining us, Miss Urvashi Mithal. I know that she was attending that program of, at a very big program of her Inner Wheel, yes, Inner Wheel. And she has taken the time. So Miss Urvashi Mithal is MMS CFA. She did MMS Master of Management Studies from BITS Pilani in 1986 and completed CFA in 1990 with a silver medal. Recently, she was awarded with Reputed Certificate of Excellence 2018 Woman of the Year, DIONISO United Award, New York, USA. With the aim to serve society, she joined Inner Wheel in 2008-9, and it's currently serving as District Secretary. She's the District Secretary of Inner Wheel's District Delhi. Inner Wheel is world's largest women voluntary service organization, present in 104 countries, having its representative in United Nations also. She received many awards within Inner Wheel, such as Outstanding President, Brand Ambassador, Editor's Choice Award, etc. She introduced many new concepts of social services for which she received several awards, few of them like Honda Superstar Award for Excellence, Award for Social Work by NGO Social Umbrella and Deepanjan Trust, Lions Club Award, Anchor Media Group Award, Award for Peace by Muni Irone, renowned Hollywood celebrity coach. She is associated with a number of other social organizations such as FICCI, Ladies Organization, Braj Kala Kendra, ISKCON, DCT and Zena, World, etc. She appeared several times on Aaj Tak, CNBC, Z Regional, DD News, MH1, India News, Janta TV, Total News, JK News, as well as on print media also, and as well as on media conference with Lal Goel also. So welcome Miss Urvashi Mithal on our show. Although she messaged me yesterday night, she said it's not possible for her because the time of her program has been preponed, but she is kind enough to join our program. Miss Urvashi Mithal, before you, all our speakers have given their very, very strong views. We are celebrating, but what that is a reality in India. Now, you being a district secretary of Inner Wheels, and you know that Inner Wheel is such a big organization dealing with the ladies and the empowerment, etc., etc. We would like to know your views on International Women's Day. Miss Urvashi Mithal, please.
Thank you, sir, for inviting me here. Happy International Women's Day to all of us. Sir, I would like to say quick things. First of all, people say, why do we celebrate this day? I pray to God, Lord Rama daily, but I celebrate on few days. So that's my take on it. Secondly, all women must have each other's backs. All work and no play makes Jill a dull girl. So, sir, basically, when you keep working, so when do you take the time off to rejuvenate, re-energize, assess what you've done till now, and to make a plan for further years? So basically, this is what we do. We can call it International Women's Day or International Women's Week, or maybe month for that matter. I'm just coming out from one of the program. I'm in the car going to attend the next. So basically, you know what? I do not go into why it so happened, because I believe all of us know we come from a culture where we had this. When we talk of Women's Day, we talk of women empowerment and gender equality. All of us know we come from a culture where strength, wealth, and wisdom is governed by goddesses. We all know Rani Kaikeyi accompanied Dashrath to battlefields. The queens that time would go to court and witness all the proceedings. So somewhere in the middle, it happened. After Mughal invasion, Ghungat was introduced and many other such factors. So basically, but the reality, as you said, all of us know now. So without going into why it happened, my duty as a social worker is to address this particular issue. As I said in the beginning, it is said we must have each other's backs. Well, it's a sentence, but do we actually practice it? On this day, I want to strongly tell all of us that mostly it has been seen that there's a woman only behind another woman's pulling her down, maligning her reputation, or feeling competitive. In fact, it so happens that if you go to get your passport or visa in an embassy, if you find a women officer, you are sort of scared. She'll be strict. I don't know what all she's going to ask. But if you find a man sitting up there, you are normally relaxed. It's going to be easy. Why do we have this impression? Why do we not come forward and try to break this? Secondly, you know, the actual women empowerment or gender equality will start when we take a solid step. Charity begins at home. When I tell my son, it's not okay to keep sitting and to keep ordering your sister around. Have we done that enough? Sir, boys counseling is one part, is one aspect, but boys counseling, women empowerment, like, you know, giving them a physical empowerment. But what about boys counseling? Telling them it's not okay to order your sister around. You have to be equally responsible in household works also. Again, if women empowerment takes place, which is nothing but redistribution of social and economic resources and control of resources in favor of women, then men will feel definitely relaxed. As Ritika said, why is it a cliche that a boy never cries or he's not supposed to show his emotions? I'm sure when there will be gender equality, there will be less pressure on men. Even he can feel a normal human being. Even he will be allowed to express his emotions. So my take on it is, we celebrate this day because we want to honor women achievers. We want to show them that this is what you've done. We want to make them feel special. I have said it before, I'll say it again. We are not in it for income. We are in it for outcome. What is the outcome? We do this to motivate others. If I can do and be recognized for what I'm doing, why not someone else? So this is what is the actual meaning of all women must have each other's backs. It starts from our home. I'm here because people like Mr. Lal, like my husband, they support us. And again, sir, I really strongly object when people make it out as if 50% of world population is at the receiving end. It is not so. People like you, people like my husband, they support so much. That's why we are here. So, and sir, the last thing I will like to say, I don't know if there's any advocate in the panel. Normally, people do not want to tread on this territory, but this is the time we must tell our own gender. Please do not take undue advantage of the laws extended to you by our government. By so much is being done for your welfare and safety by various social organizations, by channels like Mr. Lal's, by Government of India. So please see to it that you do not take undue advantage. And in case you come across any such woman, it is our responsibility to expose. Do not get carried away in the name of gender. We have to support. We cannot be doing that. No, I'm sorry. This is the time to be honest and sincere. Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity.
Okay, thank you very much. Before you leave, I think you have time. I will just ask a simple question to you.
Sir.
You mentioned charity begins from home. The problem with the women are the women. Beti paraya dhan hoti hai. This is from the very childhood. All the women, the girls were told, Beti paraya dhan hoti hai. And who are nourishing this? The mother. No one else. The father is not nourishing, but the mother says, oh, don't come to the kitchen. If the boy is sleeping late, as Ritika Gupta said, no, it's all right. He's a boy. girl, you are supposed to come. So who will start discrimination? The mother. And when the girl is married and to another household, again the mother-in-law. For mother-in-law, the blue of the eye is the boy, not the daughter-in-law. Whatsoever the son is doing is fine, but not the daughter-in-law. So who is the enemy? Not the man. So please don't say that the men are enemies. The women are the enemy. And
Exactly.
if in India you are not empowered because of the women only, no, not because of the men. What you say about this, Ms. Mithal?
So this is what I've been saying in my entire thing. This is what I said. Why do we make it out as if the other 50% is just sitting up there to malign us? No, I'm sorry. They are ready. And just because they support us so much, we are here. And again, we are not here to differentiate. What you said is so very much support. And again, I will just say a quick thing, sir. A report of McKinsey says, if women are empowered, if they are given equal work opportunities, then our GDP will increase by 18% by 2025. So this is a very heartening news, and we must be all working towards it. And as I said, as you said, sir, we are on the same platform. This is what we should do.
Yes, Ms. Mithal, what you said is right, but according to the National Crime Records Bureau, one woman is raped every 20 minutes. So what Mr. McKenzie or Messrs. McKenzie is saying, they should understand in India, when this is the situation, which is not there in other world countries, unless we will not improve this situation, no, we cannot celebrate the International Women's Day. Whatsoever we are saying, it's just a lip service. Thank you very much, Ms. Mithal. I know that you have to go. So thank you very much for joining.
I'll take your leave now.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Now I would like to invite my next panelist guest, and she is Dr. Shruti Shanbag. Dr. Shruti Shanbag is an MDS prosthodonist. Sorry, I cannot pronounce this word, so you have to pronounce yourself once you with a specialization in replacing missing teeth, implantology and cosmetic dentistry. She also has an associate fellowship in laser dentistry from the WCLI USA. She runs a private practice in Mahim, Mumbai called ToothWorks Dental, which is a center for multi-specialty dentistry. ToothWorks is in its short 2 years is an award-winning dental clinic. It won the Best New Clinic Award at the Famed Dent Excellence in Dentistry Awards in November 2019. Dr. Shruti is also a consultant dentist with a private clinics and a charitable trust in Mumbai, where she visits as a specialist. Dr. Shruti's interests include arts and crafts, traveling, and her dog Pepper, and she also completed half marathon and sprint triathlons. I think today we have marathon runners on our show. Welcome, Dr. Shruti Shanbag. First, you have to correct me. What is the correct name, pronunciation of that word? And then you have heard all our earlier panelists. So please, we would like to know, being a doctor and that too of the dentist, because all the beautiful ladies, and especially on International Women's Day, wants to see to it that their smile, and the smile means that they have to show their teeth are good. So we would like to know the views on International Women's Day. Dr. Shruti Shanbag, please.
Thank you, Mr. Goel. Thank you so much for inviting me. The first point I need to address is I'm a prosthodontist. That is a prosthetic dentist. That is the easy way to explain it. First of all, thank you all the panelists for giving your views, and a very happy Women's Day to all of you and all our viewers here as well. This is an excellent opportunity for me to speak to and listen to some excellent voices, and they've all raised some excellent points. So that makes my job a little bit more challenging, because now I have to, contradict their views. Not necessarily. I support their views for sure. So so today's topic, Women's Day. We're talking about Women's Day, but everyone keeps saying we're celebrating Women's Day. I don't see today as a day to really celebrate. I think today is a day of awareness. And the entire point of this conversation, of this platform that we're having, it's all about awareness. And that's where the challenge is lying, where women already know we are special, we are strong, we are capable, but it is society that does not allow us to remember it on a day-to-day basis. So a day like today is done to just bring back awareness to society, to ourselves and our families and the people around us, that yes, women do demand equal rights. They require equal rights. It is our right to have equality, to be in control of our minds and our bodies, of our career, of our health, of our family. These are things that need to be reminded to us, because unfortunately society doesn't allow it to be the case where we are in control. And we've had some very good speakers. I just want to raise a few points that Ms. Garg mentioned, that the pandemic, it took the pandemic to get men to start doing household chores, because, and put in equal responsibility. Why does it take something like a global pandemic for men to come into and, show their equal responsibility in the household, especially when today women are also mostly working? So that balance of the play of the roles, whether at work or at home, it doesn't take a pandemic to have to bring these points across. And at the same time, Ms. Mahapatra said that, Advocate ma'am said that this today has become a day of consumerism, and that is a sad story. As even Ritika ma'am said, that it's just about offers and what is the best thing you can offer to a woman. What the best thing you can offer to a woman is a reminder that she is equal in society, in her family, in everything that she does. Unfortunately, there is still a pink tax which is available, which means that a woman's pink razor costs more than a men's blue razor, even though their function and the look is the same. It's just a color difference. Or, things like sanitary products and all are heavily taxed compared to other health products for men. So it is unfortunately the situation. And while we also spoke about global leaders, heads of countries, business leaders who are now women, we have to realize that they have been privileged to have a society which has allowed them to reach there. And that is where the challenge lies today. And I'm not talking about just education. I'm talking about the mentality, the mindset of the people around them. The head of the country of New Zealand is a woman, but you have to see the education rates in New Zealand. The mindset is slightly better than it would be in a country like India, where the mindset is, as mentioned by Urvashi ma'am and Ritika, that that the men are given the priority just because, and I'm not saying it's everywhere, of course there has been a change. We are all women standing in this platform, speaking in this platform, because we have got those opportunities to become educated, to be able to speak our voices, which is not the situation everywhere in this country. It is not the situation in maybe our neighbor's house. Why in a rural place? In my house or a neighbor's house, there may be a difference, right? And it comes down to mindset. And that's where I feel Women's Day becomes important, because it is a day to remind everyone around us that we need to change our mindset. We need that awareness has to come in. What happens is, you see a strong and a determined woman leading a business, and everybody like, oh, she's too bossy, she's too much, she's too, the words are unpleasant words used against her. But a same strong, determined man is called successful, he's called confident. Why aren't we able to change our mindset to say, yes, a woman who is doing, leading a business and heading a country is confident? Why is she a bossy woman, or why is she somebody to, oh, we have to stay away from her, she's not pleasant? That attitude needs to change, because the rise of women is not about the fall of men. It is about everyone playing an equal role in forging gender equality. The advocacy for women, the inclusive mindset where women can do the same job as men, they can run a family, but at the same time, men can run a family. We do hear stories of house husbands, as instead of a man who's looking after the family while the wife is going to work. But what is the attitude of society towards that, ma'am? Are they looking at him like, oh wow, he's allowing his wife to thrive and spending time growing his children, raising his children? But are they think, oh, he's just lazy, that's why he's a house husband, and he's allowing his wife to, he's making his wife go to work? It's not about making, it's about allowing her to live her life while he chooses what is right for him. And the attitude and the mindset is the main part, I feel, which is going to which is why we need a Women's Day, to remind us, to create that awareness, and to constantly, year after year, tell us that things are equal for both. So yes, things are changing slowly, but they are changing, and we can only hope that they will change further. So my take on Women's Day is, it is a day to remind us women to surround ourselves with other strong, confident women who are doing things in their personal and professional lives. And that's why I'm here on this conference, so I can speak on this platform to meet and speak to other interesting women who are doing excellent in their own fields. So thank you for inviting me. And
Thank you very much, Dr. Shruti Sandbach, for giving your views, very strong views. Change the mindset. That is a real mantra of this international Women's Day, according to Dr. Shruti Shanbag, that if we will change the mindset, then definitely the things, education, girls are also getting education, but until the society's mindset will not be changed, it's not easy to celebrate it. It's awareness has to be created for that. Thank you very much, Dr. Shruti Shanbag. Now, my next, last but not the least panelist guest is Miss Khushbu Revatkar. Miss Khushbu Revatkar is a IT consultant, actor, model, coach, and show director. She is the brand ambassador of Pro Cucina modular kitchen brand. She is a National Excellence Award winner, Model of the Year 2018. She is Tata Consultancy Services Super Achiever Women Award 2018. She is also winner of Dr. Sarpalli Radhakrishnan Memorial Award 2018. She has taken initiatives in social services such as Happy Birthday to Me, Happy Birthday to Us, to celebrate birthday with underprivileged special children. Annadan, let's do our bit to serve food to needy. She has raised awareness through fashion walk and educational talks against acid attack, against rape, breast cancer, and child education, menstrual hygiene, health and well-being. Welcome, Ms. Khushbu Revatkar on our show. Ms. Khushbu Revatkar, you have heard all earlier panelists. They have given their views. And I know that you are doing so much social work. I am following you and on your WhatsApp and well on Facebook and others, and where you are doing so much real social work, even during the COVID and after COVID and before the COVID also. We would like to know your views on International Women's Day. Ms. Khushbu Revatkar, please.
Thank you so much, Goel sir. Happy International Women's Day to all the beautiful women out there. And thank you so much, sir, for empowering all of us and giving us the platform to come over here and share our views. I'm really today short of words to express my gratitude to you, because you are one of that men in my life who has always empowered me, encouraged me, and educated me on different topics. And through this platform, you have always given me the opportunity to share my views across all the women in the world. So thank you so much. And I'm very much overwhelmed right now. I'm getting goosebumps after listening to all the beautiful speeches from all the wonderful women that I have around me in today's media conference. So I am really touched by the different topics they have spoken upon. And I understand that all of us who have reached till here, we have won so many awards, and we have achieved so much in life, and there is a lot more to do in still till we are alive. At the same time, because most of them have already spoken about the different topics, I would like to take this opportunity to convey a message to my viewers that we have also started from nothing, and we have reached today somewhere in our life where we can acknowledge our achievements. So I want to convey a message to all the women that yes, on this International Women's Day, there will be challenges, there will be inequality at times that we may have to face with respect to men or women status. But at the same time, I empathize with you. Whatever has happened in your life has happened. Use your silence, use your grace, use your beauty to make yourself happy first, and to realize your dreams. There is no one in this world who can stop you. You have everything inside you. So just use all that is bestowed upon you by the God. Today I feel blessed and happy to be a woman. And my co-panelist has mentioned, she's proud to be a woman. And I will also feel that every birth I take on this planet, may I be a woman every time, and may I get the opportunity to serve the society with the strengths the woman is bestowed upon by the God. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Khushbu Revatkar, and especially when you say that whenever you want to, when your every rebirth you want to be a woman. That is a very, very big thing which you have said, that at least you have recognized one thing, that women have that power. They can do many things. Only things they have to understand their own power. Once you will understand, you will realize your power, you can do, and then definitely the change will be there. Thank you very much. Now my first question goes to I will just see who was the first to ask, because she has Miss Arjita Garg. Miss Arjita Garg, when we are talking about the women empowerment, because see, I am going to be asking these questions as a devil's advocate. Don't think that I am against women or something like that. Only during Navratri, we pray to goddess 9 days in during the winter and 9 days during the summer in North India. Other days we are there to rape, domestic violence, abuses, what not. What you say about this, Miss Arjita Garg?
That was why that was my point, that we should teach our boys at home boys counseling. This is the one main point I want to raise, and I really want all the women out here, and I want to raise this point and make sure that it's not about the education, it's about what we teach at home. Charity begins at home, like one of our panelists said that yes, charity